Hello, viewers of MCC Highlights. Welcome to the MCC All Stars waiting room stream. I am MysteryTwins. Joining me today are my co-hosts. Introduce yourselves.
Oh, hi, I'm steinbulf and I have a spyglass.
Hello there, I'm X. I woke up early to be here, and I also have a spyglass.
Hi, I'm Thrinac, and I think blue bats are pretty cool.
They are pretty cool. But yeah, welcome to the MCC All Stars waiting room stream. For the next 2 hours or so, we will just be preparing you for today's event, which starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So yeah, and just a few things before we get started. First of all, we're not the Nox crew. We don't run the event. We have nothing to do with running the event. We don't set the teams, any of that. So we're just a group of fans like you. Keep that in mind. And second, also, obviously, this event is for people who have won MCC only. So not everyone who's normally in the event could be here, and not everyone who's even won an event could also be here, just because there's a few more people than 40. So yeah. But with that out of the way, let's get started with the stream. So first off, we're just going to keep it simple. Go through all 10 teams that will be competing today. We've got the Red Rapids first up. Dream, Sapnap, George Not Found, Bad Boy Halo. First place. I think that's about it.
Yeah, I agree. They're first place probably.
Very strong team.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been pretty widely agreed upon that this is basically, if not the strongest, one of the strongest teams that we've ever seen in this event.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you look at them, and the only game that you could even see them like doing badly in is Build Mart, and that's it. They are a very, very strong team.
Yeah. Other than that, they ace everything except maybe Grid Runners or Sands of Time, but even that.
Grid Runners and
not.
Sands of Time, yeah, they're just like unpredictable, so stuff can go wrong. But they've got strong players, and they're gonna have very, very good comms, very good teamwork, just because they know each other so well.
Yeah, and something
I'm really happy that this team is. Yeah, okay. I want to say I'm really happy that this team is happening like at some point, like the team of the original 4 Minecraft Manhunt people. I've been waiting for this to happen, and there have been too many times where it was just like it was too OP to have a team like this. But now, you know, with All Stars and with less priority in terms of team balancing, we can actually have this team, and I'm really excited that we get to see it.
Yeah, and something I want to point out quickly: Scott's Major, who does decide the teams, not us, did confirm that he was making the teams a bit less balanced this time, just so there could be more fun or iconic combos of people. So if you want the teams to be more balanced, they're not. I'm sorry. But yeah, Red Rapids, a good example of that. They've got a good shot at winning. Orange Ocelots, we've got Wisp, Solidarity Gaming, Smallish Beans, and Flip. What do we think?
This is a good vibes team.
They'll certainly be a fun team. Yeah, for sure.
I think they're being a bit underrated, to be honest. Like, I think they've got a few games which, if they get quite late, they could do really well. Like, they're definitely a strong Build Mart team. I think I could see them doing really well in Grid Runners as well. And like, if Wisp can like work his magic, all of them are like okay at PvP, so they could be like quite strong in Battle Box as well.
Yeah, and talking about Wisp, I think.
that.
Oh, you go.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I think.
We're too polite. We're too polite on this channel.
I was gonna say how Wisp hasn't had the strongest events in the most recent one, and now I think he might take on the leadership role in this team, so he could, pop off maybe.
Yeah, this team has a weird like variety of games that they could do well in, because like 3 of them are like very strong, like Build Mart and like teamwork based players. And then there's like Wisp, who's much more PvP based. So that kind of it establishes like a strange combination of different skills that they could do well in. So they're kind of like a jack of all trades type team. And like I don't see them winning, but if they do pop off, and depending on game order, I could see them coming 5th or 6th. That could happen.
I think they've got a chance to make it to Dodgeball. It's a small chance, and it definitely like it requires a very good game order for them. But like, they could do it. It'll be hard, but they could do it.
Yeah, and the way I see it is that yeah, they're probably not one of the top placing teams, but at the same time, since they have a good variety of skill sets, with Wisp specializing in PvP, I just feel as that if Wisp is able to pop off and sort of lead the team through PvP, they could actually stand a really good chance in all of the games. All right, well,
Potentially,
that's the orange
potentially. It'll
ocelot.
be
Oh,
tough for
yes,
them.
Stein.
I'm done. I just said it'll be tough for them.
Okay, Stein. Anyway, Yellow Yaks. X, you want to introduce them?
Yeah, sure. So, Yellow Yaks, we have a returning team. This team is the MCC 5 Yellow Yaks, who won that event, and it's got Scott Smager, our favorite event organizer, Shubble, CP and Quig. So yeah, this is one of the teams that a lot of people are throwing around as a dodgeball contender, and I can definitely see why. They're just incredibly strong in a lot of games. I could see them doing like really well in Ace Race and possibly like Sky Battle. Yeah, just kind of terrifying team all around.
Yeah, and the way I see it is that obviously back in MCC 5, they got first place and won the event, and since then, in my opinion, they've only gotten better because Quig is as dominant as he's ever been. CPK recently got his highest individual placement at 5th, so he's been popping off recently. And then Smager and Shovel, while their individual placements haven't been as good as they have been in the past, they've still been on pretty good placing teams, with Smager even winning 2 events so far this season. So yeah, they're a team to look out for.
Also, X, when you were introducing the team, did you call him CP Quay? I'm pretty sure that's what I heard.
I blame it on tiredness. I woke up about an hour ago. Yeah.
No, I think it's funny. I like saying CP Quay. I think that's a funny
CP
thing to
will
say.
lead us to victory. CP Quay.
Yeah, I think this team is
I
like,
love
kind of like
CP
an all-round team. It could perform well in like it's good at PvP. It's very good communication and teamwork. So yeah, it's a good all-round team, and they have a good chance of getting to dodgeball.
Yeah, just another random fact about this team. This was, since of course this is like a repeat team, that this exact same team was featured in MCC 5 and they won. This was the first ever team that had 2-time winners on it. This was the first, like when this team won MCC 5, this was the first time when there were 2-time winners, and it was actually 3 people at the same time breaking that milestone, which was Quig, Shovel, and Scott. So before that, there were only ever 1-time winners.
All right, well, if that's the case, then in my opinion, it just makes them sound like they're the ones to win it. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, Lime Llamas. Thrinac, you want to introduce them?
Sure. The Lime Llamas, we have Illumina, SB737, Sylvie, and Finster. This is also an all-round team. It has I think it's going to have good communication because all players seem to perform well in a lot of the games, and I think they're gonna get to know each other quite well. And I believe SB and Sylvie have teamed before, so yeah, it's a good all-round team, and they have a good chance of making it to dodgeball as well.
All right, well, I am going to break out my theory as to why this team can make dodgeball. Well, you've got Illumina. He's just been an S tier throughout season 2. I think that's just, you can say that. He'll do well. You've got Finster. He won his previous event of MCC 16, in which he popped off specifically in movement. MCC 17, SB 1, he popped off in PvP. MCC 18, Sylvie 1, she popped off in, what was it? Oh yeah, team games. I know how to talk. So basically, this is just a very OP and all-around balanced team, so I think they have probably one of the best skill sets in the event.
Yeah, they're definitely coming off of a lot of recent success, since 3 out of the 4 members of that team have gotten their win in the last 3 MCCs, and the 4th member, Illumina, has been in Dodgebolt twice in a row in the last 2 events. So this team is definitely the team that is most coming off of recent success, and we'll see if that momentum can carry them to another win here.
Maybe.
Potentially. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like with like recent successes, an interesting statistic is that every single player that's on this team, they had their best performance in the last MCC that they were in. So they all had their highest individual score last MCC that they participated in, which just shows really been popping off this season, all these players. But yeah, I think this team is actually really scary in a few games. Like, I think they're actually going to be really strong in like team games, like Buildmart and Sands of Time in particular. I could really see them
Mm-hmm.
doing well there.
Yeah.
And Ace Race, but that's just because, Illumina's quite good at Ace Race, to say the least.
To say the least.
No.
A
Is
little
that
bit
what
at
it
Ace
is?
Race, never heard of it.
No.
He didn't
He's the
get
same. Yeah.
first in Ace Race last
Last
time.
time he called his time a trash time. He's obviously not good at the game.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well.
All right,
that
moving
is
on to the
one.
next team.
Wow, Stein's stealing my line. Okay, but yeah, that is Lime Llamas out of the way. Green Geckos. We have got Pizza Hut, Grian, a highly requested duo, along with Cub Fan and Rygai Rocky. Thoughts on the team? Go.
Good vibes.
They're a pretty cool team. They are definitely my dark horse team to get second.
All right, all right.
I believe Pete is gonna have one of his strongest showings ever. I think Green's gonna have a bit of a return to form. And I think Rygai Rocky is gonna pop off for sure. And Cub's gonna sort of hold his own as his role on the team. I think they're very all around good. They're gonna have a lot of movement games towards the end, I predict, with the game order, which will greatly benefit, especially Pete. I think they'll take advantage of that, and I think they're gonna pop off. I believe in these guys.
I think the main thing for them is just making sure they don't get games like Parkour Tag and Battle Box late, because those are the games that really could cause them trouble, just because some of the players have struggled with it in the past. But if we get late Build Mart and late Sands of Time, we're set. They're gonna have a great time.
It's all about game
but
order.
I do think that and I do think that they will probably have a game order to benefit, because the games that they are bad at is the games that people will want to avoid anyway, because red is very good at them.
Yeah, that's true.
I will just say, though, one last thought about them. In my opinion, this may be one of the most underrated PvP teams, just because Pizza Hut and Ragaraki are both pretty good at PvP, as we've seen, and since this team's probably going to have really good chemistry, PvP could be up their alley as well. So, you never know.
Yeah, this actually reminds me of the MCC 14 Purple Pandas with Pete,
Yes.
Grian in the Littlewood and Orion Sound, because they had like the Pete and Grian duo. They had kind of a fourth team player, which is Ollie and Cub Fan, and then they had someone who can pop off in PvP, which is in the Littlewood and Rygai Rocky. So it seems to be a very similar vibe to that team.
Well, that is Green Geckos for you. Stein, tell us about the Cyan Coyotes.
No, I'm kidding. I will.
Oh,
all right.
Bye, Stein.
Cyan Coyotes. Cyan Coyotes, we got Puns, Captain Puffy, JoJo Solos, and Blushy. So this is the only team that has winners from a non-canon MCC, which was MCC Rising. I'm kind of curious why they didn't include all 4 members of the winning MCC Rising team. I don't really know what's going on there, but we have JoJo and Blushy here, and they are teaming up with Puns and Captain Puffy. Captain Puffy has been doing pretty well recently. She just got to Dodge Bolt in her last event. Puns has also been doing very well in Season 2, one of the most important players between the seasons. He is some consider him an S tier now. So he's been doing very, very well. Captain Puffy, amazing support player, great all-arounder, underrated in PvP, I think. And then JoJo and Blushy should bring their very good mechanical skills, because they've been playing the game for a long time. They should be providing those skills that'll help them to do well. So this could easily be like a top 4, top 3, even top 2 team if they really pop off. What do you guys think?
I think that this team are a very strong PvP team, like in the games I've got, because I think Sky Battle and Battle Box, they're gonna have really good comms. They're strong mechanically. I could see them being very strong in those games. But I think the main X factor about this team is how
X Factor.
Oh, very funny. Yes, my name is X Factor. Ha ha ha. The thing with them though is JoJo and Blushy could just pop off. We've only seen them play once ever, and it was in a non-canon event. So we don't really know how good they are. And I think they've got the potential to place really highly this event. It would be awesome if they did. So yeah, I'm a believer in Cyan top 3. definitely.
And that's the thing. Going off of the fact that we don't necessarily know how good JoJo and Blushy will do just because of their lack of canon MCC experience, what I will say is this. Puns and Captain Puffy are both pretty good movement players, and it was movement that JoJo and Blushy really popped off in MCC Rising, especially if they get to the other side. So I do think that movement might be one of this team's strongest type of games, so that's something to look out for.
Yeah, I think we can see this team as kind of an underrated team because, well, I think Jojo and Blushy, I might be wrong here, but I believe they do bed wars, so they're going to be good at movement and bridging and PvP. So yeah, they'll do good to get to the other side and Sky Battle and probably Ace Race. So there's quite a few games that if they get the correct game order, they could probably get to Dodgeball. I always end off saying get to Dodgeball because I believe every team can get to Dodgeball.
I agree. And on the topic of every team getting to Dodgeball, we have one of the top teams in this event, in my opinion, the return of many great players and the return of the king himself, Bitzel, on the Aqua Axolotls. This is, to me, one of my favorite teams, this event, just because it's got the return of Bitzel and Minimuka, who haven't played for a while, and I just want to see them pop off. It's not the strongest team with Krinios, Bitzel, Minimuka, and Erit. Definitely not the top team, but it's going to be so much fun, and I'm very excited to watch this team.
Yeah, this team is very interesting because I sort of see it as kind of the opposite to Lime Team, because Lime Team is all about like Season 2 success, like how well they've done recently. Aqua seems to be about how well they did back in Season 1, because all four of those people really popped off in Season 1. Minimuka won his first ever event. Bitzel won his second ever event. Krinios ended off Season 1 with a win. And Erit got 2 wins in Season 1. You know, Erit was a very good like support player, team player. So that is kind of Season 1 success versus Season 2 success. It's going to be very interesting to see. I'm
just saying, in my opinion, at least, this is... Yeah, I know how to talk. In my opinion, one of this team's strengths will be PvP, so something going off of that would be interesting for me to see is just Lime versus Aqua in Battle Box. Not for any standings or anything, just because Season 1 versus Season 2. That's all yeah. Yeah, or like in Parkour Tag, maybe. Sure, Stein. Just it's round robin, you know. You can go against each other. It's a round robin game, you know. That's how round robin games work. You play each team once. I don't know what that means, but okay, Stein.
Who do we think is going to be the leader of this team? Because I think
that's gonna be
I think Bitzel could possibly be the leader. So he might.
In my opinion, I think if you're looking for someone who has been grinding it out and is someone who's gonna just be the leader that wants to win, it'll be Bitzel. But if you're looking from the standpoint of someone who has the most recent MCC experience and probably just the most experience, I'd say Krinios. So it could go a lot of ways for that one. Actually, okay, I'm gonna make a hot take. I predict that Erit is going to be the one leading this team. I've seen, because Erit has always been a good team player. Like Krinios and Bitzel, they're very good mechanically. I've never seen them as like the team leader, sort of calling the shots, doing all that. Erit has always been one of the more like knowledgeable people about MCC. Like he always tells his teammates about the thing in hole in the wall where the wall can never come from behind you, and that always helps out a lot. Erit, you know, is someone who can really bring a team together, and he could potentially be the one sort of talking to the rest of his team, calling the shots, making the smart decisions. I can see that being a real possibility.
I don't see him being the leader, Erit, but Erit is just like, he's such a good support player. Like he's one of the best support players in the whole event. So he's definitely going to be making a huge contribution to his team.
Yeah, I think he's like quite a calm player. He doesn't get under a lot of stress if the team's doing badly. He can encourage the team and support them.
All right, that's the Axolotls. Next up, we have the Blue Bats. Thrinac, why don't you tell us about them?
Yes, the Blue Bats, the best team in the event, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though. In the Blue Bats, we have False Symmetry, Rendog, Fruit Berries, and H-Bomb. This is the return from MCC 9, where they won it, with a reverse sweep in dodgeball, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this team. This is like my favorite team ever. So yeah, it's gonna be so good vibes and a very fun team to watch.
Yeah, and obviously one of their big highlights from when they competed last year was in survival games. Unfortunately, survival games has been removed for this event. Obviously, of course, that was to nerf them. They wouldn't have done it for any other reason. I can't think of another reason. They just wanted to nerf the blue bats. It's that simple. But aside from that, I will say that even without survival games, this team is still very strong, especially in terms of just overall chemistry, because False Symmetry and Ren, obviously, they just play together all the time. And H-Bomb and Fruit are two of the people who are the best at just sort of, I guess, vibing with people they don't normally play with. So, yeah.
The other thing with this
No,
team
I'm
is,
gonna be
like,
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
oh, it's just H-Bomb plus Fruit is terrifying.
True.
H-Bomb has never placed outside of the top 8 when he's the second strongest player on the team. And I'm expecting, personally, I think we'll be seeing Fruit and H-Bomb both in the top 10 this MCC.
Mm.
Just because it's such a strong team, and it's going to have such good vibes. I'm just hyped. It's going to be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think we need to keep in mind, like, yes, survival games is out, and that was their best game last time. However, I do think it's pretty unlikely that they would dominate survival games again for
Whoa
this play.
there,
Because you can
Stein.
remember,
Whoa
back,
there.
back in the original event when they were playing, they were very like worried about survival games. That was a game that they were trying to avoid, and I think for good reason. Their skill set isn't as tailored to survival games. They just happened to do well that one time. I highly doubt they would have dominated again. I think it's actually a good thing for them to focus on different games this time.
Okay, okay. That's an interesting take. But that is the Blue Bats. We'll see how they do. Moving on, we have the Purple Pandas, Kratzy, King Burn, Michael McChill, and Kara Corvus, who, that was the full team that won the first ever MCC, so today they will be fighting for a 2-year anniversary win. And obviously, this team probably isn't as OP as they were back in the original one, but in my opinion, this is a team of 4 players who are still pretty good. I think they can make Dodgeball. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think this is also a strong team. It's gonna have very good communication, and I think in team games like Grid Runners or possibly Build Mart, although there are a lot of other teams that can do well at Build Mart as well. But yeah, this is a good communication team. It's gonna also have good vibes, and yeah, also be good at PvP and movement. So basically, has a whole skill set.
Exactly.
I think the main thing for them is they might want to try and skip some of the more like individual type games like Ace Race and Hole in the Wall in favor of games which require some comms, even if it's not like a fully team-based game. Stuff like parkour tag and battle box where you're talking to your team, because I think this team's got very good comms for sure.
Yeah,
Alright,
this seems going to be very interesting to watch. The ping is just terrible.
It
We
is.
keep interrupting each
Stein,
other.
what is your ping? Just for transparency.
I don't know here. Let me check.
This is groundbreaking information. You won't see this anywhere else.
I mean, it says I have 5 bars. Like, I'm
I
not
don't
on that
believe.
line right now.
I don't
wait,
believe
79. It's 79. It said
Okay.
79. That's what it said.
All right.
Pacific
79
number
ping.
291.
Oh, fun.
Mine's
Welcome to New Zealand.
116.
Oh,
Mine.
so
Anyway.
I don't even have the worst ping here.
All right. Well, mine's
No, I
46.
think-
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Alright.
with that,
Anyway,
let's get to the final team.
Pink
which
Parrots,
is-
Stein, go.
Yeah.
Pink Parrots.
Yeah. Okay. The Pink Parrots. Okay, this is like kind of the Sleepy Boys team, but not
my
entirely. So it's it's like Wilbur, Philza, and Tubbo, joined by, of course, our boy Tommy in it. All right, we love Tommy in it. All right.
Oh.
So it's the Sleepy Boys, except instead of Technoblade, it's Tubbo. All right, because Technoblade does not want to be in super competitive events anymore. Understandable. We appreciate it. But Tubbo is here instead, and he'll be filling out the roster. This is a very like good, sort of well-rounded team. Like they don't really have a worst player. They're all pretty good. They all have pop-off potential. So I have decently high hopes for this team. There's a lot of variability with this team because obviously, like, Tommy and Phil have been teaming together a lot recently. It hasn't been going very well for them. It would be kind of funny if this was the event where they were covered in All Stars of all events. But there's potential for it, especially with Wilbur, who's been doing very well recently, and Tubbo, of course, won the last event. So that can bring in some recent success that can help them. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and sort of going off of that, I just want to say, even if it was Techno instead of Tubbo, I do think it is fair to say that like that team still wouldn't do as well as it did back in MCC4, just because unfortunately Tommy and Phil haven't been having the best events recently. But either way, this is still a team that probably will have one of the best chemistry in the event just because of how they're associated with each other. And what, like you said, Tubbo and Wilbur have both been on an upward trend recently. So while they're probably not the strongest team currently, I think that like they have the potential to get into dodgeball. It's just a matter of putting it all together.
Yeah, every team has potential. It's just whether it's just the game order and whether they can come together and yeah, have good communication and yeah, work together.
Also, this team has actually teamed before, but not at MCC. This team was known as Twitch Rivals Team 7. And that is one of the most... they came last place and had one of the most chaotic POVs known to man, in which they started a cult surrounding the camera person who had the Minecraft account Twitch Rivals 7. So, off of that, good luck to them today. Though I do honestly think to get to the other side in games like that, Sky Battle, if they get those late, they've got a good chance, for sure.
Definitely. All right, well, it took us a bit, but it is all 10 teams out of the way. And yeah, so before we move on, just a few things. First of all, a bit later in the stream, we will start taking your questions, some questions from you guys. So if you have questions for us, what you need to do is join our Discord server and go to the Ask the Show channel. You can leave us questions there for us to answer on stream, which we will do a bit later in the stream. Also, while you're here, please subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. We might not even be streaming on Twitch. But yeah, subscribe on YouTube. It really helps us out, helps us make more content. And if you're feeling like it, please subscribe. I just said that. I know how to talk. Please become a channel member. For just $2 a month, you can get exclusive access such as early videos, special emotes, and your name will be on this board. We have one spot left. You want to be on there. You know you want to be on there.
Those question marks right there, that could be your name.
That could be you. It also might not be you, but you want to make it you.
Some of your money. We really like money.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Okay, I think that's the message to take from this, is that we really like money. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that is all I gotta say. We are going to take a small break and show you guys the update video that the Nox group put out yesterday, tell you everything you need to know about this event.
Hello and welcome to the official update video for MCC All Stars.
Stefan, is that a stuffy nose?
Nope, I don't get ill.
Okay. Well, for those of you who don't already know, MCC All Stars only features players who have won a previous MCC. And guess what? I'm in it. I've even won enough times to fill a whole team.
Team announcement time. The Scarlet Scots, featuring Scots Major, Daglat's long name, Skit Scat Scotty Boy McGee.
Anyway, not only is it All Stars, but it's also MCC's 2nd anniversary. Happy birthday to us.
Yep, that's 2 whole years of MCC. Thank you to everyone who has been watching throughout, and here's to many more years to come.
Right, let's talk about what you should expect to see in MCC All Stars.
First of all, we're trying something out and reducing MCC's pool of games to 9. This is so that players can better know what to expect in each event, but also still with a tiny bit of randomness. So for this MCC, unfortunately, survival games just didn't make the cut. We felt the other games capture the essence of MCC more, and since it's a special event, we wanted our special games. Hey, leave Buildmart alone.
On top of that, from now on, games which were skipped in the previous event will always appear in the first game selection the Dome makes. This means you'll be more likely to see those previously skipped games getting played.
So let's talk about the games.
In Battlebox, we'll be playing the new graffiti map, which hasn't been played since its reveal.
And surprise, surprise, we're still waiting for Parkour Tags Plaza to get played. 3rd time's a charm, right?
Sky Battle's Candyland wasn't just a Halloween map, Nope, it's here to stay. Ooh, it's so sweet. The calories don't count if I eat the map though, right? Right?
Grid Runners has received another new set of rooms. The All-Star teams should have no trouble handling these unknown challenges. Like, I don't know, stuff like ringing the doorbell if you wanted to get in.
Ace Race is back, and it now has stars all over the Space Race map. So look out for your favourite one.
In Build Mart, we've revisited Build Mart's build matching calculations and made it a bit more accurate, along with some bug fixes. From now on, the exact rotations of all blocks are required to be considered complete. Things like stairs, open doors, and slabs. Though it's only the shape that matters here, not the texture rotation, so don't worry about where your door hinges are. These builds weren't designed for humans anyway. I think that's it for Build Mart, right?
Nope, you forgot to tell them that double slabs are now identical to their full block counterparts.
Right, that thing he just said.
We've also made some changes to how Sands of Time handles player disconnections, as it was just a little too punishing. Now, a disconnected player is placed back at their previous location with the exact same items, coins, and health. And the player is invulnerable to damage until their resource pack has fully loaded. You're welcome.
And last but not least, we have Tugadoksuwakamakabune. What?
It's TGTTOSAWAMCCPWHNWAEY. What? Like it's hard?
That's exactly what I said.
To get to the other side and whack an MC Championship player who has not won an event yet. Or in short, get to the other side and whack Captain Sparkles. What? We were all thinking it.
And there's a new map, and it says here it's called, don't mention it in the video, it's a surprise map. Well, I guess look out for that one then.
Alright, that closes up this update video. We'll see you Saturday the 13th of November at 8 PM GMT.
Disclaimer. Noxcrew's MCC All Stars is a non-canon MCC event. This means an event win here does not count as an overall event win, and players' coins do not apply to their MCC totals. Noxcrew and Dr. Scotty Skit Scat Smadjor are not responsible for team balance, team performance, or the emotional reactions of viewers, stands, fans, employees, and contestants.
Welcome back to the desk. We hope you guys enjoyed the update video, because we're now going to discuss what happened in it. So yeah, basically, we're just going to go through the games, discuss what's going on with them, somewhat about our expectations, you know. Alright, first up is Ace Race. They brought it back to the Space Race map. General expectations for this?
Illumina and Punch.
I feel like people are going to be hitting all the... I feel like people are going to be hitting all the blocks that are like floating around in the sky, and that's going to like make a lot of people frustrated.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And they stars.
Mystery.
Stars.
Didn't we all just watch the update video? How could you forget about that? It happened like a few seconds ago.
Outrageous.
Anyway, but yeah, I think if there's one thing to look out for, it'll be people hitting the stars, especially since people will probably be just beforehand trying to watch VODs, kind of all of the shortcuts. It will be funny if the stars can mess some people up.
Yes.
And in terms of who we think is doing well, I'm just going to go with Illumina, Puns, Quig, just the people who generally do good at this map. This is their time to shine.
Agreed.
All right, no one got my joke. I'm kind of sad. Moving on, though.
Oh, time to shine. Oh.
Yeah, there we go. All right, well, Stein's off the stream now. All right, next up, we have BattleBox. Obviously...
You can sit next to me.
Oh, wait, BattleBox. I love BattleBox. Hold on, wait.
You're not even in your seat.
Wait, wrong seat. Wait. Oh, there we go.
Oh my god. Yeah, Stein?
Okay, BattleBox. I really like BattleBox. It's one of my favorite games. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
It's got a fun new map this time as well. We've got the graffiti map.
Oh, it does.
Really
You're
cool.
right.
Yeah. So this map
Yes,
involves, for those who didn't watch the MCC, I think it was 17 update video, this map involves, to get to the wall, you actually have to bridge with leaves. So this is going to be a battle box map, which will be giving a bit of an advantage to our speed bridging friends like Fruit and Illumina, which will be really interesting to see.
Yeah, and with that being said, obviously... Oh, yeah, Tommy as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, people like Fruit and Illumina and Tommy will probably be maybe even more Wool Rush people just because they're the ones being get their team to mid. But also, two things I am particularly excited about for this map. One, bows. Normally, I don't like bows in maps. I think it would be funny if this map was just like, meta is bow both spamming people into the lava or whatever is below the leaves. It will be funny. Second, leaves, shears. I want spleefing. Please, just give me spleefing.
You know
I just want a compilation, a montage of people spleefing each other with leaves on this map. That's all I ask for, please.
I mean, it's
I
gonna
think
happen
Stein
once,
will-
and you're gonna have a compilation of one moment.
Hey, it's a compilation nonetheless.
I have a crossbow.
No.
That's concerning.
No. Oh,
Why is that-
no. Oh, we gotta get out of here.
All right. Well, Stein for the third time to stream has left the stream. Yeah. All right. Moving on. We have got big sales at Billmart. Not really much has changed about this
Oh,
game.
wait, I like that game too. Hold on.
Do you just like every game?
He likes the games that'll
Yeah.
bring him back to the desk.
Yeah.
Okay, Stein, tell us about big sales at Billmart.
The block orientation matters now.
That is true. I forgot about that.
And
Oh wow. I have
And also
no memory.
two slabs on top of each other will equal a block. And
Hey.
you could do either
Basically,
way.
with BuildMart, there's been a lot of like very small changes, lots of quality of life stuff. Nothing too revolutionary, but no, it should still be the good old BuildMart that we all know, love, and hate.
Nothing too revolutionary. I'm just waiting for the moment where a team doesn't make it into dodgeball because something goes wrong with these changes.
Oh yeah, it'll happen. Don't
Oh.
worry.
It'll happen.
Yeah, we know.
I think it would be funny if BuildMart got reverted back to the shopping carts and stuff in the old map.
That will be funny.
Anyway,
But yeah,
what's,
in terms of who's
what's our
gonna
next
do.
game?
Oh, sorry, X.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, in terms of who we think is gonna do well in this game, I'd say it's just gonna be a team like Green, just because good comms and really good Billmart players. So yeah, but it's gonna be a fun one to watch. All right, next game. I forgot what it is, but I have them all written out because I'm really cool. Grid Runners.
That game's
Not
cool.
too much to say.
That's a
There's going to be
Yeah.
new
Yeah, it's a
rooms.
game.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, they've said we've got a new rooms. We'll see what
Exciting.
it is. But yeah. And once again, it's just going to be whichever team has the best comms, and I think there's a lot of teams, so it's going to be interesting to watch. Maybe one of the most competitive games, but you never know.
Have any of the people on Aqua played Grid Runners?
No. Wait. Has Era?
Maybe.
Yeah, Era has.
Yes.
Air has? Okay.
Well, Era team leader.
Haven't
We
been
said
in-
it earlier.
A lot of them have. Yeah, hey, that was my take. Yeah, I'll take credit for that. Anyway.
I mean, that's the interesting thing about Grid Runners, though. It's that at all of the games, it's one where it's the least about like having experience and more just like knowing how to communicate with your team. So that could also be an interesting point as we look at some players who haven't been in too many MCCs recently. So yeah.
That's
Okay.
true because the rooms vary so much that it's going to be kind of like new things that players are going through, and it might just be kind of a comms based thing, and experience might not matter that much because it's
Yeah.
different rooms anyway.
But that is Grid Runners. Next up, we have Hole in the Wall. They went back. I believe that they went back to the classic map, which means that'll change everything. No one who normally gets first look at first. The event is over because of this.
And that is Hole in the Wall.
That is Hole in the Wall. But yeah, the only real difference is
moving on.
that they're back on the classic map. What do we think? Who's going to do well?
I mean, Pete.
Exactly.
Who else?
I'm not going to. That was just the only answer I wanted. All right. Parkour Tag. Obviously, if Parkour Tag finally gets played, we will finally see its new map. I think it's called Plaza. I could be wrong, but that is the map. Who do we think
Yes.
would do well if this got played?
Fred.
True.
It has ice. That's all I know, and you can like slide from place to place. So
That is true.
It's
Who's
kind of
good
like
at
the
sliding?
original parkour tag map from MCC 12.
Do you mean 13?
Who's good at sliding?
13 had
No.
some ice on it, I believe.
Wait. Oh, that's true. It was the 13 one that had
Wow,
ice.
Stein
Yeah,
lying to
I
us.
remember
But
now.
no, I think it's going to be really
Oh.
interesting. New parkour tag map will be really
Mhm.
cool because we're going to get to see the players who are good at adapting and quickly figuring out strategies and routes really getting some time to shine, and so very excited about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I said this last time. I'll say it again. I think if there's someone we can really expect to do well on this, it's going to be Dream, just because he'll be, in my opinion, he'll be one to quickly adapt to this, and he's really good at parkour anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And in terms of the ice, like guys were asking about people who are good at sliding. I mean, I feel like that could actually correlate to like dodge bolt skill, because there's the ice floor and that
Maybe.
you have to sort of navigate. And that once again just proves that red is going to dominate it, because red has like, the best dodge bolt
Exactly.
players.
Well, move. Yes, X.
What is our next game?
Our next game, X, thank you for asking, by the way, is Sands of Time. The sand is now sandier. I don't know. It's still Sands of Time.
I think the only thing they changed here is if you log out due to some internet issues, you previously would get locked in the dungeon, so you'd have to spend sand to get you out, you'd lose all your coins, your items would drop, and now you stay in place and you have a few seconds of invincibility when you spawn back in. So, Good change. Should mean that if Comcast decides to attack Pizza Hut's internet, everything will be fine.
Comcast is just the one thing
Times...
that equals Pizza Hut, not first. Let's be honest, guys.
Yeah, Sands of Time's always very like secretive about the actual content in the game. Like they never reveal much in the update video or anything. So it's really just, you know, it's up to the players exploring and showing us around and figuring things out as they go.
And this is just a theory. This might be wrong, but I'm just saying, since it's All Stars, this is teams who will be very competitive in any of the games. Maybe they will design one of the most competitive Sands of Time ever. I don't know, but that's just my hope. Please do that.
What does that mean? Competitive Sands of Time?
I don't know. Just go along with it.
Sands of Time finale.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, not again. Not again.
Dodgeball.
Yo.
Hey.
But yeah,
no, I'm actually tired of Sands of Time finales.
On the topic of finales, though.
Anymore.
On the topic of finales, why don't we talk about a game that's never been played as a finale?
Space Race.
I want Sky Battle.
Sky Battle.
Sky Battle finale, please.
Sky Battle. Sky Battle finale. Sky Battle instead of Dodgeball.
We have a new map. We have a new map for it. And
yes.
I know.
Please
Tommy
play Sky Battle.
Very excited. Tommy has been talking on his stream how he is incredibly excited about this map. Looks like a super cool map. Very close. Lots and lots of PvP to do. Instead of like item usage, and just lots of block clutching, lots of cool plays, super hype.
Yeah, and sort of going off of that, I feel like it's.
Oh yes, Stein. If it gets skipped.
Okay, if it gets skipped.
I swear.
But yeah, sort of going off of that point. I
would be very frustrated if it gets skipped again. If it's the one game out of all of these that gets skipped, there's too much Sky Battle hate among the participants. And I think it's because it's a risky game probably, and people like safe games where they know the strats that'll work, and Sky Battle is very, you know, circumstantial in terms of what you need to do, but it's fun. Just play it because it's cool and fun. I don't know.
Yeah, and just one last quick thought about it. I think it's similar to Parkour Tag in the sense that it's a new map, but it's the same game, so it's not only going to be a matter of who's like good at this sort of PvP style, but also just a matter of who can adapt to it the quickest. So that'll be interesting to watch. But moving on to our last game, we have GTT, OS, AW, MCCP, WH, and WAEY to get to the other side and whack an MC Championship participant who has not won an event yet.
Agreed.
Should be very fun. We know that people are going to be wanting to whack Captain Sparkles.
True.
But also, they've said that there's a secret new map as well, which will be interesting. They
what do we think that new map could be?
I'm feeling Terra Swoop Force Tunnel 3.
Maybe.
Very hard.
No!
Very
honestly,
hard. Probably
just considering
only like 5 completions. But it could be very cool.
I'm just saying, considering the competitiveness of the event, that would make sense. The only real issue is like how hard it is, especially if you're like not prepared to play it. But that would be pretty cool. Also, another
I think
concept.
the only people who would actually complete that are Filza, CPK, Illumina, and maybe Tubbo.
Maybe.
Possibly Dream.
Maybe Guian.
Yeah.
We get like 7 completions.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, to get to the other side, is GTA Versailles. Hopefully Terra Soup Force on 03. You never know. The best part is Terra Soup Force, because of special intro, is always the first game. So if it ends up being Tunnel 3, everyone will just have that pain as soon as they join the game. It'll be funny.
What if it's the ice boats map?
Ice boats map, my beloved.
boats
Yes,
map.
boats. No, that'd be a
Also,
fun map.
in terms of the
ice
super
boating is like
speed-
an underrated thing in Minecraft.
True.
Like, it's just such a fun like way to race using ice boats, especially if you're like good at controlling them and you have like experienced players like doing races with ice boats. It's always so fun. Although to get to the other side map makes it a bit annoying with like so many opportunities to fall off the edge. I much prefer ice boat race courses that have like actual walls. But I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, one last quick thought I will say about the potential new map. This is just an idea I'm throwing out, but something that I don't think at least we've seen on a Cadaver side map yet is anything involving ender pearls. Maybe that'll be there. I want that to be there. Please put it there. But that's just me. Anyway, that is all 9 games being played. If you're wondering why Survival Games wasn't there, just making sure you all guys know. Survival Games won't be played this event. They're experimenting with just putting 9 games on the dial, so Survival Games was unfortunately one that had to go. But as all the games out of the way, soon we will do some predictions, but in the meantime, we will be showing you the hype trailer of one of the most hyped up teams, the Blue Bats. So, yeah, enjoy.
Yay.
Hopefully.
I'm okay though. Oh, I killed one. I had 3 mouth mad, 3 dead. Oh, go. We won it!
Let's go, Pimp.
I got 3rd. I'm so hyped, dudes. This is gonna be so fun. Just dead. Kill him. Kill Sylvie, dead. I'm in 1st. I overtook the lead. 2nd place. Okay, it's fine though. We got this. Dude. We got this. Let's go. Done again. Done. Kill him. Oh. Dead. He's dead.
Let's go! Look at that lead! Underdog my ass, let's go!
Oh. Got him.
Huge.
Got it! Give me that.
Make things interesting! Reverse sweep, let's go! Yeah!
It's almost night time, waiting for the right time. Gotta get this right, I'm scared to death. Scared of your eyes, looking into my eyes. Scared that I'll back out and hold my breath. Wake up one morning and see your face. I can feel it coming back. These shivers on every day. Whoa, I say it's over, I get out of bed and leave. Yeah,
He's right below!
Going through.
Whoa! I don't even know how I'm doing it. I can't speak. Hey!
You got it? Nice. Got it.
Nice! Nice! Let's go! Oh my god!
H is playing while wiggling his internet cable. Are you kidding me? I gotta kill an Ollie.
No, I think I'm still in! Yes, baby! Oh,
Easy. Freaking easy!
let's go! Let's go, baby!
Yes, got him.
Nice, good job. Hello. In there. Doing what I see there. Recorded. Stop it.
Nice. Guys, guess who's going to dodgeball?
Is it us?
Welcome back. We are doing some team predictions. I hope you enjoyed the hype trailer. And if you want more hype trailers, subscribe. You can watch more. But that's besides the point. But yeah, basically, we're going to be going through the teams, 10th place to 1st place. I almost said 1st place. That would have been embarrassing. But yeah, we're just going to rank the teams. It'll be fun. Stein. Thank you, Stein. All right. Okay, starting in 10th place. Who do we got here?
I want to say orange because each team is the strongest, but orange just statistically isn't the best team.
As much as I hate to say it, because it's the team that I'm gonna watch, I might put purple in that last.
Purple,
spot.
really?
I think the other team that we could put in 10th is very sadly Bitzel's team, the Aquaxolotls.
All right, well,
I think it's between one of those three.
You guys have said
Yeah.
your things. I have said nothing. I am the tiebreaker. And while I agree, you hate to see it, it's going to be Aqua.
Aqua's going in 10th. All right.
One team's going to go there. So
Bitzel's okay. Bitzel's going to get first individual, and his team is gonna get 38, 39, and 40.
Yeah, just to make it interesting, you know.
Bitzel will be in first.
But yeah. So that is Aqua. But then I think that means 8th and 9th is going to be orange and purple. What order do we want them in?
I can see orange
I'd say
doing
purple
a bit
and then
better than
orange.
purple. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
Purple and 9th, orange and 8th?
Yes.
Yeah.
Personally, I think purple is a bit low, but unfortunately they haven't been doing well as they did back in MCC 1, so I guess that's fair.
I think any team from around 8th or so could actually end up like in dodgeball if they get a very good order. Like I think this area is about where we start going, oh, they could end up over here. And also these teams in 9th or 10th I could also see around 4th or 5th as well.
Yeah.
But
just a quick thought before we move on. I just find it kind of interesting that even with these not as balanced teams, they're still pretty competitive. So yeah. Yeah. So that's the bottom three.
And let's remember, like
MCC
16.
Oh, yes, fine.
MCC 16, everybody predicted pink team to be in like 8th, and then they ended up winning.
True.
So,
but I made them my dark horse, which is why I was right. Anyway, okay. But yeah, 7th place. We've got 7 more teams. Who do we got in 7th place?
Oh, this is where it starts getting hard.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Maybe lime or
part of me
green?
wants to say
pink.
Part of me wants to say lime.
Pink
I think
7th.
green's gonna
lime.
Be
Oh
really?
no, not lime.
Lime is not that low.
Lime is a strong team.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What about cyan?
Yeah, in my opinion, it's gonna be either cyan or pink.
I think pink.
Yeah,
will
I
be
think
there, but that's just
cyan and
just my
pink both
opinion.
have very high pop-off potential, but they could also just have a bad day and place around 6th or 7th.
True.
They're very wild card teams.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So, who are you putting in 7th?
Oh boy, it's a
Pink?
tough decision.
All right, X said
Mine
pink, so
goes
I'm
for
going pink.
cyan.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that.
Oh, okay.
All right, and in that case, can we
Alright.
agree cyan in 6th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
that
cool.
seems reasonable.
All right, that's the bottom 5. Here it is. We still got 5 more to go. Who's going to place 5th? We've got blue, green, lime, yellow, and red.
Ooh, I'd say either lime or green probably. In
I have to
the
agree with one of
area.
those two.
I think green's gonna do very well. I would say lime goes next.
In my opinion, I think it's going to be green here. I just see lime as one of the most spread teams in terms of overall skill. So I think it'll be green that goes here.
Yeah, I think green will go here too.
Yeah,
X.
green, I guess, if they get a good game order, spike up to like 1st, 2nd with like late build mart, late Sansa time. But yeah, I could see them in 5th or so as well. That makes sense.
All right. So Stein, unfortunately, been outvoted. Green here, and then lime, 4th place. Still pretty good. We've got 3 teams left: red, yellow, and blue. Who's going to be the 3rd team, the Captain Sparkles team, if you will?
Yellow. I want to say.
I think we can agree. Red's probably in dodgeball.
Yeah,
I think we can agree on that.
Oh. Anyone?
Yeah.
Anyone
Yeah.
disagree?
Yeah,
I
let's
think-
just do that.
Okay,
Yeah, let's
cool.
just do that.
Red top team.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Thrinac.
Oh no, no. Oh, okay, but yeah, we've still got
So
second
just
and third.
becomes-
Yellow and blue.
Who does better, yellow or blue?
I think
Okay,
blue.
you know what? I'm actually gonna I'm gonna switch my stance. I'm gonna say yellow does better.
Okay.
I think blue had like I hate to say this, but I think blue had a bit of a hot streak in MCC9. I don't know if how dominant they were is like actually representative of how well they'll do in other events, and especially since the Hermits haven't been doing as well in season 2 apart from Green. I don't see this team doing as well as before. I
Yeah,
would put them
I
in
think that's
third,
fair.
but
I agree. Well, I still think this team can pop off. I just think Yellow's still as OP as they were back in the day. Yeah.
yeah, because you have to
Alright,
remember
so
that without survival games, blue probably would have gotten like third or fourth.
That is true, unfortunately.
Yeah,
in
definitely.
their previous event.
So
Okay, yeah.
blue
Alright.
third, yellow second.
But in that case, these are our final standings. Let's move out of the way, everyone. We have got red and yellow in dodgeball. Blue just unfortunately missing out. While we're here, who do we think would win this dodgeball? Red or yellow? Who do we think?
Probably red. Red
Probably
is
red.
the strongest
Red.
dodgeball team of all time.
I don't
That's
see
fair.
it. I don't see it going any other way.
That's fair. But yeah, these are our team predictions. And once again, obviously, predictions are hard, and we don't know
We are
if
wrong. This
yeah,
will
and we
be
don't know if this
wrong.
actually happened. There's a very good chance this is completely wrong. For all we know, Aqua gets first, sweeps dodgeball. We don't know. But this is what we think is going to happen. And yeah. So we will switch over to some individual predictions now, see who's in the top 10 individually. But in the meantime, we have another hype trailer for you. You guys will be watching the Cyan Coyotes hype trailer.
Woo!
Agreed, X. Agreed. Yeah.
It's a race, gonna chase every second, every minute, every day. Take a shot
Puffy, you can give it to
in the
someone else.
dark.
Bro,
Now
get
the
his arrow.
stars gonna go and leave a mark.
Nice. It's up.
You know we're running wild. We're never
Nice.
going down. We take the crown. Race you to the top, never gonna stop. Make a drop. Make a move. Already won, even though it's just begun.
I got YouTube!
Now fight. Seeing you up on the side. Flashback. Vision white. Stay on my gun every night. One shot. Let's go. Never bowing down. You know we take this crown. Always in the game, taking aim.
I got balls.
You know we're going crazy. You know we're running wild. This is our anthem, baby. Turn up and play it loud.
Drake, gonna kill him. He's low. Nice. Nice.
Right there in the crosshair, and we know we'll take it down. Oh, just take aim.
welcome back. If you thought our team predictions were bad, individual predictions will be more funny probably, so you guys are in for a treat. But yeah, let's get started. We're gonna go from 1st down to 10th just because it's easier. Yeah, okay. So 1st place, who do we have placing here?
Okay.
I would say it's between Sapnap and Pete. I personally put Pete in 1st
okay.
place. I think he's gonna really pop off. But but
okay.
again, Sapnap is on a great team.
I think Sapnap here. Sapnap's had such a dominant showing throughout all of season 2, and he's on basically the strongest team of all time. Like, I can't really see any scenario where we don't have one of the red team players.
And going off of that, in my opinion, it's between Sapnap and Dream just because the team they're on and how dominant they've been. But I can definitely agree it's going to be Sapnap in 1st, so we can put him there.
Okay, Sapnap in 1st.
All right.
There we go.
2nd place, my vote is for Dream. Stein's vote is for Pete. What else do we got?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to put Pete there. I can see Pete doing well in this event.
X.
I think Pete, like the other contenders like Pete or Fruit or Quig, as well as Dream. I'd say those are like the top people to put up here. I'd look towards Pete though. I think Pete's quite a good one.
I've been outvoted. Let's put Pizza Hut there.
Okay, Mr. Pizza Hut. There you go.
Wait, what?
What?
Pizza Hut.
Try again. Try again. Okay.
There we go. Hey, we got it. We got it.
Madge. Oh, I can't even go. Okay. Anyway. All right.
Anyway.
3rd place. I still think it's going to be Dream, but who else do we got?
I think it's one of the green gods. Dream or Fruit.
Dream, Fruit.
I want to. Yeah, I think Fruit.
I'd say Fruit or Dream are both good people to put around here.
I'm just saying, well, I think Fruit is a good contender. The reason I'm so keen on putting Dream high up is just because with the team he's on, he's bound to pop off. So that's just my thoughts on that.
Yeah, that's fair.
But so is Fruit. So is Fruit.
Well, here's the thing though. I think it's actually likely that we end up with 3 of the 4 people in red team all in top 10 this event. And if that happens, Dream's probably going to be top 3, top 4. So I think putting him around 3rd could be a good idea.
Well, if we're all split and then Mystery says Dream, then I guess it's probably Dream.
No, we can do fruit berries. We can do fruit berries.
Well,
fruit berries.
I mean, I'm split. I think the rest of us are split, right?
Fruit berries has just like Fruit berries is best when he's just allowed to go and just mechanically show how insane he is and not really have to worry about leading the team as much. And he's got that this event because H-Bomb's going to be the leader.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think 3rd and 4th, I'm feeling Dream and Fruit berries. What are we thinking?
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Let's do it.
Who do we? So Dream 3rd.
Dream and then Fruit.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
And then there it is. All right, top 4. We've done it. Hey.
Okay.
We got the green gods all next to each other. The green gods are all next to each other.
Let's go.
Yo.
We have to agree that 5th place, if we've got yellow as like 2nd in our individual predictions, yeah, Quig I think has to be around 5th for this event.
I'd like to propose, however, Illumina.
Ooh. That's hard.
Or even Puns, but most likely Illumina.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Quig's just got a strong. It's hard because Illumina's very good at doing well.
I think Illumina's more consistent. But if you look at the teams they're on, the fact that like it's All Stars, Quig one of this team, so they'll want to repeat history. I just think this is more Quig's event than it is Illumina's.
I think Illumina and Quig both have fairly balanced teams, both of them. So they have good teams, and I think Quig probably because.
So can we say maybe Quig and then Illumina and then Puns?
No, Illumina 11th. I'm kidding. Illumina can be 6th. I agree.
Okay, Quig then Illumina.
Oh,
right.
Ta-da!
Hey.
Normal size.
There we go. Yeah.
But Stein said Puns is going to be 7th. Personally, I agree with it. While his team might not be as strong as the teams these folks are on, it's still a really strong. I know what I'm saying. It's still a pretty strong team, and he's also just a really strong player. So, I agree.
Yeah, Puns could be up there for sure. I'm trying to think. Who else could we have in this area?
What do
Maybe
we
H-bomb?
Yeah.
H-bomb,
H-bomb.
that is true.
Who else?
Kratzy.
The other
Possibly-
thing
Kratzy
is,
could be
if
there.
CPK or Scott could also be quite high up as well.
Maybe SC.
Well, I do agree CPK and Scott could be in the top 10. The issue I have with that is more just like considering how competitive this event is going to be. I feel like these spots more so belong to the people who like consistently get top 10, if that makes sense. No offense to CPK or Scott, but
or CPK and Scott. We
Can
love
I
you
mention
guys,
something
don't
that
worry.
X did earlier?
sure.
I remember X mentioned that H-bomb never placed any. He always placed above 8 when a better player than him was on the team. So H-bomb
True.
could be a shout.
So
Maybe
I'm
we put him
thinking
exactly
7
8th then.
Yeah.
We can
But,
put H-bomb in 8th.
So
And then,
Pun
Yo.
7th and Pun 7th, right?
Oh yeah, we forgot
7.
about that.
all right.
What?
I think.
Oh my god, it keeps happening.
The curse. So if you
That
haven't been
leaves
paying
us with
attention, what's
2
actually
spots.
happening here is if someone heads come out small, it means we're overpicking them. I'm kidding. All right, 2
Okay.
places left.
I
I'd say
I have a decision here, which I think is going to be true.
okay.
George not found 9th.
Well, okay.
I'm-
While normally
it.
I disagree, I think the fact that he's on this team just makes it true. I agree with this.
He's on his best team ever. And last event was one of his best events ever. I believe his best. So
Yeah.
I think we'll be seeing George break the top 10.
Yeah.
And then
Alright.
10.
We got one more spot.
One spot left.
I have
Oh,
two
boy.
people. I have 2 people that I could consider for 10th, and they're both kind of hot takes.
Okay.
The first
Who
one
is he?
is Kratzy,
Agreed.
although he is
Oh yeah.
on kind of a weaker team this time. He could individually pop off. The other one is I could see Tommy actually coming top 10.
Ooh. I think
and
I think
breaking on that leaderboard, because Tommy has done similar things before, like in MCC Pride, MCC 14. He had that kind of era where he got like low top 10. I could see him
Possibly
doing
Wiz?
that
Like-
again.
I'd say there are quite a few players. Like for me, I could see Kratzy, CPK, Tommy,
Yeah.
Major, even Jojo or Grian.
Grinios.
And yeah, like Krinios, if he pops off. I
Bitsu.
think the issue with Krinios doesn't have a very strong team this event,
True.
which is rough. And he could make it, but it would just be
I mean,
quite hard.
here's where it comes in for me.
there's
If we're
lots of
going,
people here.
if we're going off of what you said about strong teams, for me it would be CPK or Scott, just because Yellow Yaks. And if we're going off of just pure individual skill, in my opinion, it would probably be Kratzy there.
Yeah. So
And then Tommy would be kind of like a mix between the two.
I mean,
this is
yeah, makes sense.
hard.
Makes sense.
Gosh, it's last spot. Okay,
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's between
propose-
Tommy, Kratzy, and CPK. I think it's between those 3.
Makes sense. Makes
I
sense.
personally put my vote towards CPK.
Yeah, same.
Personally.
I think CBK is like the second strongest
Interesting.
player on the team, whereas the others are possibly the most strongest. So
For me, my vote.
My vote
Oh, yes,
would be
fine.
towards Tommy. I think he's going to mechanically just go ham this event. I don't know. It's just a random prediction. I feel like it's going to be similar to MCC Pride, the non-canon event where Tommy just kind of, pops off.
My vote.
So
We're about to get
that's
outvoted,
my vote.
Stein, but my vote has to be for Kratzy, just because personally I think Purple is going to get a bit underrated. Even if they're not as strong as they used to be, they're still a good team, and Kratzy is able to carry them. But it appears he's been outvoted. X, you want to put up CPK?
I do indeed. There we
All
go.
right, let's back out of the way. This is our individual top 10 leaderboard. Once again, we don't know if this is what's actually going to happen. These are just guesses. We could be very wrong. We will probably be very wrong. You're allowed to make fun of us for being very wrong. But yeah, this is what we think is going to happen. Hopefully it's right. And before we go back to the desk to take some questions for you guys, because once again, you can put your questions in #AskTheShow in our Discord. We'll be watching another hype trailer, the Green hype trailer.
Woo!
I got 4. Nice, Green, nice.
Woo!
Hey, let's go!
Oh my!
You guys are amazing.
Catch this! Jump.
Third place.
I did it! Oh. Nice.
Manager Bill.
Got it.
Nice. We did it! Yes!
Oh, yes!
Nice.
Nice,
Well done.
mate.
Well done.
Oh, you're true.
Ryan. You like that?
Nice.
Go.
Nice.
Yes! Yes!
Yes, sir!
Nice! Oh, yeah!
Jump. What am I?
Nice!
Two.
Whoa, down.
Get him.
Got him.
There, nice.
Oh, yeah, baby! Amazing!
Oh, good. Oh, I thought you got me.
I was like, the space was special. I didn't get it at the beginning of the tournament. I had second. I ended up fifth because of that. Darn it.
That's someone hurt. Get him. Good job.
I shot Tommy. Tommy. I'm going.
No! Was that second? Second place, yes!
Wait, something wrong? Oh yeah, there you go. Okay.
I got a ball. Take your time. Hold on.
No, I got it! Don't worry!
Yeah, I've seen this strap before. Fill in this little gap right here. First to complete the goal build. Ready?
Right. Second!
Nice.
Woo! Let's go!
Yeah, I got taken out.
Oh no! Is this gonna... Oh my god!
Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Yes! What is going on?
Got it.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Come on.
Nice. Get it. Yeah!
Come on. Let's go.
And welcome back to the desk. Like I said back when we were still at the predictions board, we are going to finish off the stream by taking some questions from you guys. You can throw your questions in chat, or you can join our Discord, put them in the channel, #AskTheShow, and yeah, we'll just be feeding some questions from you guys. We'll be answering them. So first off from Ask the Show, we've got a question from Brooke the Flower Fox, who is definitely streaming on YouTube. I know Solidarity is. So first of all, if you want to see where people are streaming, you can actually go to the website mcc.live. It's a website that the Nox crew runs, so you can basically track live stats, but it also shows you where people are streaming. And in terms of people streaming on YouTube, obviously Solidarity Gaming, Dream and Green will also be streaming on YouTube. I think that's it.
I don't know if anyone else who I know will be streaming there. I think usually
Smallish Beans?
Joel.
Oh
streams
yeah,
on
probably
YouTube.
small. Yeah, definitely
Joel.
smallish beans.
Yes.
All right, but yeah, that's you streaming on
I'm not thinking
YouTube.
of anyone else.
Hope we helped. Leader in Ask the Show says, the interesting character of MCC is Grian. Of course, he's the trump card, so how important of a role do we think he plays in the team? They say, I mean, Pete is definitely the leader, but Grian has good leadership qualities, so what do we think?
Well,
I
in
think
Build
Pete-
Mart, I anticipate
Yeah.
certainly Green to be the leader. It depends on the game.
Mhm.
If it's something PvP based, definitely Pete, I think, is a good sort of guide to follow because he's mechanically very good at that stuff. MCC 14 survival games, great example.
Mhm.
And then, but in games like Build Mart or maybe even Sands of Time or Grid Runners, you could see Grian
Yeah.
taking the lead a little
think-
bit more.
The main thing with Grian is he's just such a good right-hand man player.
True.
Like whenever the leader like is struggling or is just having a rough moment, Green's like, "Yep, I can step up here," and he just like is amazing. So, no, I definitely think he's going to be doing that sort of role in the team.
Yeah, I think both Cubfan and Ryguy Rocky are very good support players, and then Green can take the leadership role from like time to time in like Build Mart, where we've seen him become the manager of Build Mart. But I think Pete's going to be like the main leader, but he'll have help from his teammates.
Yeah, all right. This next question from us show comes from Neverright Steve. Do you have any predictions on the game order?
Well, I've said this before that I think we're gonna get a lot of movement games towards the end, because I think we're gonna get sort of PvP out of the way at first, because everyone's scared of the red team.
True.
But at the same time, there's enough people that don't like the team games as much that we are gonna get a lot of movement. We're gonna get a lot of ace race. We could potentially have a hole in the wall finale, like we've had that before. It could happen again. And we could get like even. What about it to get to the other side finale?
Maybe.
Interesting.
I would hate that,
guys,
but maybe.
Guys, let's you know what that's going to turn into? It's going to turn into the wonderful world of let's target red team.
Hey.
Imagine if the cliff map gets played.
Oh my god.
No,
it would be the last round as well, just because it's the finale.
Yeah.
I do think.
Right, and Red's like neck and neck to make it to Dodgebolt.
True.
I do think we're going to see a late build mart as well, because I think
Probably.
the other teams know Red isn't strong at build mart. It's something which can give them a chance, so that's my guess. And there are a lot of good build mart teams.
Yeah, and also, I doubt this will happen, but doesn't matter. Sky Battle finale. So I'll say.
I've seen a few questions asking if people think if we think particular games are going to be skipped. So, what's our guess for the game that will be skipped this MCC?
Ooh. You know,
I really hope it's not Sky Battle.
Yeah.
Please, not Sky Battle, anything but Sky Battle.
I mean, it's interesting because if survival games was still here, we would have had free PvP games. So I think one of the PvP games would have been skipped just because, yeah, but with only two, I honestly feel like both PvP games will probably get played.
Yeah. I would hope
what is going to get skipped?
I think Ace Race and Sky Battle will get played.
Could get skipped. Hole in the Wall.
Hole in the Wall. I feel like Hole in the Wall is going to get left to the end, and so it'll either be like a finale game or it'll get skipped.
I mean, I don't know why, but just the way I see it is each team either just loves Hole in the Wall or hates Hole in the Wall, because like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like the game where it's like, yeah, we can do it. It's either like you want to play it or you don't want to play it. So one of those two sides will come off, in my opinion.
I could see Build Mart getting skipped because a lot of teams, because there would be some teams that want to sort of leave it to the end as like a potential comeback, but then maybe it gets like outvoted in the last round because there's enough people that want whatever other game there is.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. Well, our next question in Ask the Show comes from our lead mod, Lee. If you could come up with your own GGTT, OS, AW, AMCCP, WH, NWAUY style acronym to be included in MCC, what would it be?
So like to get to the other side and whack something, like fill in that thing?
Just say that.
I guess. All right. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I have to think about this.
PGTTOSAWA P WOTSS to get to the other side and whack a player who is on the Scarlet Scots, everyone's favorite team.
Wait, I need to type this.
Everyone's favorite team.
I want
from
TGTTOSAWAMCCT to get to the other side and whack an MCC tester.
TGTTOSAWAC to get to the other side and whack a captain.
Oh, they're all Captain Sparkles.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Wait, TGTTOS AWA MCCV. I'm thinking of what more words I can put on, but to get to the other side and whack an MCC viewer. that enjoys
Yes.
We've also got our producer
Ah.
Chris saying TGTTOS AWA MCC TSTM. I assume that is to get to the other side and whack an MCC the show team member.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds
Yeah,
good. I would
sounds
love to
good.
see that.
Good feeling. Good feeling. All right, next question.
TGTOSAWAME
Oh, go on.
to get to the other side and whack a Mojang employee.
True.
Gosh, there's another fun question which has come up in the YouTube chat from someone called Alma Alanus. Apologies if I butchered your name, which is, who do you think is going to win Grid Runners?
That's a good question.
That is
Good.
that is a
Very
deep
good
question. It'll test our understanding of Minecraft.
See,
Stein, who are you
part of me
feeling?
wants to say orange team, but the other part of me is saying that Smallish Beans and Solidarity really did struggle when they were on the Lilac Lanners.
Thing is, though, in my opinion, Fwip has some of the best comms in the entire event.
True.
And like, I think he can definitely lead that team to victory in Grid Runners if he just like
I don't
takes up a
think he's-
leadership role the whole time.
Oh, he has played Grid Runners and he did
has.
well.
He played it in
Mhm.
If I
MCC
remember
17,
correctly.
and his team were the first to finish.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
remembering that now. That was
Mhm,
true.
mhm.
Yeah.
I think you could
Oh.
see Yellow possibly
Yeah.
doing well
Yes,
because
Yellow is also very strong.
they have a lot of experience in the game and they have good communication and good teamwork. So
And the last two teams I could see really doing well in Grid Runners would be Pink and Purple.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, Grid Runners.
'Cause Pink, a lot of
Hmm.
Sleepy Boys people have done well in Grid Runners before. That has been
Yeah.
like the first time it was played, the Sleepy Boys team got I think 3rd place like immediately.
But yeah, just because of how competitive this Grid Runners will be, it's gonna be interesting to see who comes first. This next question comes from Rogi or Rogi. I hope one of those is right. Do you think red team will score less with removal? Oh, I got it right apparently. Let's go. Do you? Oh, okay. So I was told we got a raid. So we got a raid. Who raided us? claybutgray? Oh, all right. Thank you, Ondi Live. I hope I'm saying that right for the raid. We hope you enjoyed your stream and welcome. But yeah, basically, if you have joined us, we are just counting down to the start of MCC All Stars. Right now, we're just taking some questions from the chat. So yeah. All right. But yeah, Roji in Ask the Show asks, do you think red team will score less with the removal of survival games? If so, how much worse will they score / perform?
Okay, I'm gonna take a hot take here.
All right.
Even though Red are a good survival games team, I think removing survival games actually makes them better because it's one of the few games where they can get
Agreed.
targeted. So because
Agreed.
of that, Red don't have really any games where teams can target them, and so I think it's actually going to be a slight benefit to them not having to play survival games, even though they're such a strong team.
Yeah, because I think the thing about Red is that they're gonna be a very like good at every game type team, and so the only way they lose is if things go disastrously wrong at the end. So I feel like honestly, the scenario, like if survival games was still there, the scenario where they do lose is basically if like games 6 and 7 are like Grid Runners and Build Mart and they choke at both of those, and then game 8 is survival games and they get targeted immediately and they die. I feel like that was the only like world in which they miss out on Dodgebolt and lose the event. But now that survival games is removed, I think it's even more guaranteed that they're going to do well.
All right, makes sense. All right. In our Discord, Crazy Man asks, 1 + 1 = what? We all know it's 11. You don't have to ask that.
There's a fun question again from Leader in the Discord, which is, will we get to see the Lord Grian Dreamslayer prophecy again?
I mean, unfortunately, lock of survival games means not necessarily, but honestly, I don't want to count it out.
Maybe in Skyline.
You know which game we could see Green Dreamslayer in? Dodgeball.
Ooh.
That would be pretty epic because we've actually seen it before. Green has killed Dream in Dodgeball before.
Let's go, Grian. Honestly, I like how Grian Dreamslayer isn't even like something like it's not even like the most consistent thing in MCC. It just happens like every now and then everyone goes crazy, but it's deserved. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
What about in to get to the other side, the cliffs map?
Honestly, if I was Grian, I would target Dream just for the memes. You got to do it. You got to do it. All right. Another quick question we'll answer. Do you think that Tommy and It will pop off? Everyone's just looking at me.
I can see him popping off. I think it's gonna very much depend on how well he does on the new Sky Battle map, because he's a strong Sky Battle player, and if he can quickly adapt, then I think he will be doing very well this event.
Yeah, and I think obviously. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think if Tommy's able to sort of like let loose and have fun this event rather than being like super like try-hardy and all strategic and stuff, I feel like that's when Tommy tends to do better.
Yeah.
Is when he's just sort of like going with the flow, you know, not being super like strict about what he does in any given situation. Because Tommy's a very kind of circumstantial player, like sort of adapting to the situation that he's in, and that's why he's so good at Sky Battle, is that he adapts to you know whatever position he has. And so I think if he's able to sort of do that throughout the whole event, he can do really well.
Yeah, and sort of going off of that, I'm just gonna say, because of the team he's on, obviously he is like just best friends with all of these people. This is just gonna be a team where he can just relax and have fun, and he is a pretty good player in terms of skill, obviously. So yeah, I think if he just enjoys this event and has fun with his team, he could really pop off. But we're going to pause there with questions for a bit because we have another hype trailer you guys are going to get to watch. We'll show you the Lime hype trailer, and after that, we'll come back, take some more questions. And once again, if you want to ask questions, join our Discord, go and ask the show. We will be feeding questions from there, and you can also just throw them in chat. And also, while you're at it, feel free to subscribe. It helps us out. And if you want to become a channel member, your name will get put on this board for only $2 a month. You get exclusive content. That's not quite true. You get early content, but you get early content, special emotes in chat. You love it. But yeah. With all that out of the way, Lime hype trailer.
Let's go! Come on, guys!
Oh, let's go!
Break those blocks.
The last one worked. Got it.
Me too.
Marin.
Yes, 6, let's go!
Yes, middle.
Middle.
Yeah, got you.
Okay, second, that's a return to form.
Coming behind, I think. Funny.
Oh my god. Purple again.
Yeah, let's go! Yeah!
Did we win? Let's go!
Oh my god.
Oh!
I got Jack.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah,
Stay still. Nice!
Careful of not running into me.
I got one. I got Sam out.
This is my moment. Whoa, I was born for greatness. Oh, a legend in the making, deep in my bones. Oh yeah, I know. I am the champion. Whoa, come on, try and take it. Whoa, it all comes down to this and deep in my bones. Oh yeah, I know. I am the champion. You know I'm
Him.
Oh, I won it. Oh, snap, that's it.
He's gonna be dead, right?
I didn't realize
Come on, I did it.
Oh, hold on, I can see it down. Just know that's a really nice hit.
Blue team.
Oh no, why is everyone fine?
I have gotten so insanely lucky on all of that. Oh wow. Whatever your sprint button is.
There you go.
I just made it all the way.
Oh!
Kill Zeus.
Nice. Okay.
Got him.
You just land him.
Oh, believe in soul.
Yeah!
Finn, you're dressed as Dream. Do it for Dream.
Oh, let's go!
I know where I'm going. I have been chosen. I'll never be broken. I am the champion. A clashing of titans. A battle of giants. Take a moment of silence.
Let's go! Let's go!
Let him come in. Oh, we won by 1,000 coins.
That's what 900 points says. Times now! In 3 laps.
Doing really good.
Yeah.
Alright. There is, I guess.
11, not too bad.
Who's here?
Dude, I'm so good at the game! I'm so good at the game! I'm so good!
I don't know
I'm so good!
Alright, welcome back. We hope you enjoyed the Lime Hype trailer. It's pretty good, but yeah. Once again, we're just going to take some questions to finish out the stream. And yeah, so back in the Ask the Show channel, Orange of Eyes has asked us, if Blue makes it to Dodgebolt, will we see false supremacy? What do we think, guys?
Yes.
There's potential for it.
I'm feeling,
okay,
I'm
now
actually
well,
feeling
let
a bit more. I'm feeling fruit supremacy.
if we're being
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that could happen. But let's be real. If Blue makes Dodgebolt, it will probably be against Red,
Probably.
which is, you know, the best Dodgebolt team ever, probably.
Mhm.
And so fighting against a team like Red, I don't think we're gonna see any sort of supremacy except for from somebody on Red.
I will say, I do think of every team in the tournament in Dodgeball, Blue is the second strongest. I
Yeah.
think they're the team who are strongest after Red, because Brute, H-Bomb, and
Potentially.
False are all very,
Mhm.
very good Dodgeball players.
Yeah, but going off of who, if false supremacy will shine, unfortunately, I don't think it'll be false carrying them in Dodgeball just because we've seen H and Fruit in Dodgeball already this season. Both of them individually did incredibly well, and when we saw false symmetry in MCC 17, while she hit shots, she didn't hit too many. Yeah, so I think Blue can definitely pop off in Dodgeball. So can false, but for me, it's probably not the most likely thing to happen.
False is a player that
Also, I
has...
want to mention it. You go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, False is a player that has like, she's very good at like a variety of games, and she's a good support player. And I know she's good with the bow, so I say yeah, she would pop up in Dodgeball, but it's whether they get there. So.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I also think if Green makes Dodgebolt, Ryguy Rocky has never lost Dodgebolt, Cannon or non-Cannon. Ryguy Rocky is going to carry Green and just ace all 3 rounds.
Exactly. All right, but yeah. Next question is coming from Kakashi Senpai. I apologize if I pronounced it incorrectly. Whom would you follow, Fruit, Illumina, or Dream, and to get to the other side? If you're a participant, by the way, like whose bridge would you follow?
Ooh,
Fruit.
Yeah, Fruit.
I would say there are some scenarios, just a few, where following Illumina might be a good idea, which is on the maps where it's bridging as a team together, because Illumina normally does not punch people off,
That's
and
true.
I expect his team might be chill as well. So Illumina could be worth following in those cases. But yeah, most of the time, follow Fruit.
I will just say though, obviously I think even among the participants themselves, the consensus is follow Fruit. That means not as many people will be following Dream or Illumina, so less chance of getting punched,
There
probably.
could be more space there.
It is
Follow
the
them.
dark
But then
horse
again,
option.
Dream is also more likely to fall while making
It's fair.
bridge. All right, follow CPK. I think that's the consensus.
Maybe.
Follow
All right.
Captain
Or Tommy.
Sparkles.
Oh, Tommy.
Follow
What if you
Captain,
follow
follow
Tommy?
Captain Sparkles. Oh no.
Follow Captain Sparkles. Yes.
Anyway. Remember to also keep asking your questions in chat if you've got anything, or go over to our Discord server and put them in the Ask the Show channel.
And another question we're going to be bringing in from Ask the Show comes from Crazy Man. Who do you think will win Battle Box? Thoughts?
I want to say Cyan.
Yeah, and before we start, can we agree Red is going to Yeah,
Red is
all right,
Red
cool.
is gonna win.
So in that case, who's coming
gonna come
in Battle Box?
second?
Yeah, who's coming?
Yeah.
Pink. I, think
I would
Pink's
say
got a
maybe
good shot this
Pink.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tommy and
personal.
Tubbo.
Well, but
are
also
very
you mentioned Cyan. That could be a potential thing we could see.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing, though. In terms of Pink, for me at least, it's like these are 4 players who have all done incredibly well in Battle Box on their own. So I think that, honestly, yeah, Pink just is the way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think remember this Battle Box map is to do with bridging a bit, so that's why I think Cyan, because they specialize in bridging and they're also good at PvP.
All right, yeah. Okay, we have got a question. Who is this from? This question is from Whale King. They said, do you think Billmore will be skipped, played in the first half, or played in the second half? We've talked about it before, but we need a final verdict. What do we think?
Second half. That's
All
my
right.
pick.
I think there's no way it comes in the first half, just because, like, once again, people want it later, just because Red, yada, yada, yada. And in terms of will it be second half or will it be skipped? Well, I can't think of a particular game that's going to get skipped. I feel like that leaves Billmart as the one that has the biggest potential to get skipped. However, there's also the standpoint that Dream hates Billmart, so I think that's the other way to look at it. So my vote is going to be second half as well. Stein? We need a vote. No, not a lot. You're voting.
Third half. Third half.
No,
It'll be
we
the
need a
finals.
vote. No, we need a vote.
10th
It'll be
half.
the finals.
Dodgeball.
All right. My vote is yes.
Good vote.
All right, okay. Thrinac, what's your vote?
All right, moving on. Next question. Okay.
Yeah, next question. Okay, I'll say second. Yeah, second half.
Abstain.
All right. We've got another question from Orange with Ice. They said, how will Bitzel and Mini adjust to new game modes like Grid Runners and Parkour Tag?
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I think, personally, I think Bitzel will adjust very quickly. He has been training a lot. He's been watching a lot of VODs off of stream, and that's one of the most helpful things that you can do to help. To help you get better and understand games if you've been away from MCC for a while. I don't know how many will do, though. I'm not sure.
Also, maybe note that Bitzel has never played Ace Race. As weird as that sounds. This will be his first time playing Ace Race.
Watch him get first.
He's
got it.
The new mechanic. Well, he's got it. We know it. Anyway,
I mean, that's the thing, though.
On the real, he will have to adjust to the new mechanics because Ace Race first timers always struggle.
Especially with the new Trident system, so that'll actually be pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bitzel.
Good luck to Bitzel. We'll see how he does.
Let's go, Bitzel.
You got a Bitzel.
All right, yeah.
People's King.
People's King. Another question we have from the Discord is coming from Roji. Since you think Red will win Battle Box, they will. Does Red win all 9 rounds?
That's a good question. I think, yeah. Honestly,
personally,
I think they're gonna sweep.
Yeah. Personally, I think it's a 50-50 shot just because they're definitely very capable of winning all of the rounds. It's just that, like, obviously, it's hard to do. But here's my take: Pink will beat him. Just for the story, Pink will beat him. Yeah.
Wilbur.
Coming in clutch.
I think one team will beat them possibly, but I don't think they'll get the all 9. They'll get like 8 or 7.
All right. Okay, our next question is from Depressed Salad in YouTube chat. Who do you think will be the most affected by removal of survival games? Obviously, I think we can agree red, just because. Yeah. Who else we got here?
I think green.
Ooh, makes sense.
That was always going to be a game that they were going to struggle with. Like, as good as Pete and Ragai are mechanically, they've never been particularly, strong at survival games. Also the science, you might say, Puns is like one of the best survival games players we've seen. He's had some of the best performances.
And Zion's a BVP team, so
yeah, they're gonna struggle because of the lack of survival games. Hopefully they can make up for it in something like Battle Box or to get to the other side.
All right. What about blue? How do we think this affects blue? Good way or a bad way?
As much as I hate to say it, good way. I don't think they were ever gonna do that great in survival games compared to last time. People are a lot smarter now playing survival games. People are a lot better. The hermits have been struggling recently, other than Green. And so I would not have much faith in blue for survival games. So I actually think they have a better chance now that it's gone.
Personally, while I agree they probably wouldn't have done as well in survival games, I was just hoping for the story of them doing it, so it's just how we can't see it happen. All right. Taser 3000 in our Discord server says, "Do you think the parkour tag map will be skipped again?" Oh, we've got Phil's on the desk now.
Oh
yeah. I also
what do you have to say?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think the parkour tag map will get skipped?
As a member of the Pink Parrots who is speaking from the Pink Parrots perspective, what do you think? Philza, we can't hear you.
You're muted, by the way.
Philza.
Stop moving.
Very sorry about that. It appears that Philza.
Philza.exe has
not
stopped
realize he was
working.
muted. Anyway, no, I think that the parkour tag map will be getting skipped. No, will not be getting skipped.
Oh,
Gosh,
Philza's
sorry.
indecisive.
Anyway.
All right, well, thank you for that, Philza. Oh, look, X is back. Welcome back, X.
Hello,
oh, hi, X. Where did you go?
In my opinion, I have to agree. It won't be skipped just because just sort of like, yeah, people will want to play it, and people don't want PvP either, so yeah. All right, okay. We are going to take one last question, and unfortunately, we'll be ending stream. But our last question comes from Loopy XD in YouTube chat. Who's winning Sands of Time?
Green.
Yeah, I want
or blue.
Blue, yeah. Blue's my pick. I think
actually orange.
Or yellow.
Maybe.
There's a lot of teams that can win Sands of Time.
I like how it started with us just like agreeing on 2 teams, and now we're just like saying teams.
No, because actually, we on the show team, we on the show team internally have talked about this before. Fwhip is like one of the best stand keepers in the entire event, because not only is he very communicative, he's very good at managing the team and stuff, but he's also good at kind of going out a little bit into the dungeon himself and doing a little bit of challenges, and while also keeping track of the time, so he can get a little bit of extra coins there. Fwhip could carry his team to a Sands of Time win. There's potential for that.
All right. Personally, this might be a dark horse pick. I don't even know anymore. I think I'm just going to go with yellow, just because in terms of communications and just energy, I think they're just going to be one of the best communication teams in the event. And I've never really bet at Sands of Time, so, yeah. All right,
I was muted.
Anyway.
Go Thrinac.
Oh, I didn't really have anything to say now.
Oh,
okay.
Well, we're glad you unmuted.
Yeah.
All right. The thing to take away from this stream as a whole is that the purple team's going to win Sands of Time.
Okay, Stein. But yeah, with that out of the way, that is the last question we'll be answering. And with that, we must mark the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for coming out to watch and just start your MCC day with us. That actually means a lot to us. And yeah, in terms of what we're going to be doing, if you're on YouTube, well, we can't actually raid someone. We ask that you go over and watch Solidarity Games' perspective. He deserves it. He's awesome. And if you're on Twitch, you don't have to do anything because we will be raiding H-bombs. So yeah. And just one last time.
Also,
yeah, Stein's got the idea.
If you don't know, there's a little board on the wall here.
Yeah.
You notice there's a few question marks there, right? Someone's name gets to go there where those question marks is. If you become a channel member right now, which all that money goes towards supporting larger projects that we're gonna do in the future.
Yeah.
Your name could be right on that board. You could be showcased in our next video or stream that uses the studio.
True. And yeah, once again, please, if you can, just subscribe. We really appreciate it. It really helps us out. But yeah, that is all we've got. Once again, we're rating HBOM on Twitch, YouTube. Please go watch Solidarity Gaming. And yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. And just to leave things off on a good note, we will be showing you one last hype trailer. Enjoy the Pink Parrots.
Oh, we win! Oh!
Champions!
I miss techno, man. It was one of those things where Tubbo is perfect. I think Tubbo he's the perfect. And I know it must be quite big shoes to fill because you know with like the sleepy boys, but Tubbo is always sort of an honorary sleepy boy in my eyes. He's always been one of us. He's always been with us, and I think he's the perfect person to step into Techno's big old shoes. And it'll be great, but I won't.
Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! There we go! Tubbo clone built differently in MCC. Oh, no, it died. Okay, got fifth. Go, Tubbo, go! Go, Tubbo, go! Let's go, Tubbo! Fourth! Woo!
Yeah, good, done. We've just gone for second place. In red.
We attack.
Catherine. Okay. If you just killed a woman, feeling good.
What was that? Is that in the quote book? Does that go in the quote book,
That
Wilbur?
might go in the quote book.